So, try that one more time. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that interval right there.
That?
Yeah. And then do the 3. Good. What comes after that?
In the bar?
In the next game.
Okay. So, right, the next game or the...
There's still other parts to the...
Okay, so we're
grouping.
starting at the second note, doing 3s.
3s with the second note, and then 3s with the third note.
Mm-hmm.
And then what comes after 3s? 4s.
4s.
Right? You know this. It's not news.
That sounds like a trick question.
It's not a trick question. 4s.
Okay.
First note, second note,
Okay.
third note, fourth note. Alright, and you can do 5s and 6s. I know you know that. Just take that to the practice room, okay? You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay. The other thing, what do you think, other than that, is something you could do? Another game.
Where you hold it? Hold the first one?
Yeah. So the spotlight game where you hold the first note. I like to go first note, second note, third note, and so on. Sometimes I also just pick random ones and just like formatted those for a minute and keep going. It shines the attention on the notes. Sometimes I'll do it just on the notes that are not right or that I'm struggling with. Like I'll feel that there's a problem, and so I'll shine the attention on that note. And then after that, that's like a hook, that note. I shine a light of attention on it, and then it's much better. So yeah, good. That's something else we can do. So I still heard the nanny goat vibrato.
I can't get rid of it.
You can't get rid of it. Alright, so, let's do a few vibrato exercises. So let's play an F and go really slow vibrato. Good, so if I give you a metronome, let's do quarter, 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 quarter. Good. Yeah, and then eighth notes, do, ooh. Good. And then 16th notes. Do. Yeah, and then there's that slight head bob thing. That's okay. And you can also do like triplets, triplet. I think I might like that one better.
Can we do that one or?
Yeah, try it. Okay. Good. And so then when you play a bar of music, you want to use your vibrato in a way that fits the phrase. Typically, it's not super slow, but it's also not. Right? So can you play, let's do a new section.
Okay.
Newer section. Now maybe we should go back to the beginning. Let's stick with the familiar, because I wanna make sure that we get this. So back at the beginning, and really think of a wider vibrato. How did that feel?
Well, I ran out of breath.
You ran out of breath. Also, yeah, that's something else you just reminded me, actually, I was going to talk about earlier. When you breathe, right, say the word home, because that expanded here. Look how fat I get when I breathe. Yeah, So you want to expand. Think about expanding your back when you breathe, and do that when you start. Expand your back, lower body, not up here.
Okay.
Good. And this time I'm gonna talk while you play that much. All right.
Okay.
I'm just gonna help you with some instructions.
Okay.
Instructions. Try that again. Go up more. Push. Crescendo. Back away. Grow to there. High point. Loudest you've been. Nice and rich. Great. What was that?
I kept going though.
You did. That was good.
It's a part of me.
It's a part of you. All right.
I'll work on it though. I'll stop.
You'll stop, right?
Whenever I practice, I'll stop doing that.
All right. Yeah. If you catch yourself doing something weird, you can move, but movements
It's like-
that
Yeah.
across, you can take a step. You know, think of elegance, right?
Okay.
As if we're doing like, yeah, it's not elegant. So an elegant, gesture, and that'll help your phrase. Good. So when I asked you crescendo in a couple of spots, it was great.
Mhm.
No, your dynamic was great.
Mhm.
You have that face. But I also heard the goat crescendo. So you're just going so well. Right? Yeah. So the goat
Uh-huh.
needs to chill.
Okay.
But your dynamics can just be way bigger and way softer. I'm glad you're not going flat at the end of phrases. A couple of times you're running out of breath. You're taking quite a long time to breathe. But if you can take that time to think bigger breath, and then later we can cut out some of the time, then I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Cool. I think we're running close.
Mhm.
So the last thing is, do you like this piece?
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
All right.
I definitely don't hate it.
You definitely don't hate it. That's good. What if there was imagery? Do you think you're more like a visual person? Do you happen to know your learning style?
I'm an auditory learner.
Auditory learner. Okay, so me playing,
Right.
Solomar. If you had to paint a picture behind what you're hearing, the music, can you think of anything?
I don't know, it kind of sounds like there's like a hill and there's like a bird.
There's a
Maybe.
hill and a bird.
And like the bird's just kind of flying around. Or there's a tree on the hill. And then the bird's just kind of flying,
Alright.
doing his own thing.
Alright.
Maybe.
Do you have specific, where's the hill?
I don't know, it's just a hill.
It's just the image.
That's all I have, just the tree on the hill with the bird.
Cool. So, I know I've mentioned hooks a little bit, how I hook onto music, or how I try to constantly, is you find a moment and I typically try to have a picture for the music that I'm trying to share. And the notes are the words that I'm sharing to paint this picture for the audience. So, for me, I can go with your analogy, right? That's perfectly fine. But if I think of the whole piece as landscape, birds, tree, on a hill, that will do more for me than not having one. But also, do you have a favorite spot in here?
Well, I kind of like this part where it starts getting, I don't know, this
Getting
part where it starts getting a little faster.
Faster, okay, and louder, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a favorite spot, you can really milk that and assign a really special image to that particular spot. So it could be a sound or like a feeling. I like the way things feel when I'm getting louder or when I'm getting deeper, right? So I'm really kinesthetic, so I just connect to the feeling, but if you're just connecting to the what you hear, that's fine too. Yeah. And that last note. But really try to connect to something. I was actually having trouble. I wasn't connecting much, so that wasn't a very good
example. You gotta look at the bird.
I gotta look at the bird on the hill. That might not be my favorite moment. I like that you got birds because I would think of the little
Trill.
the mordant thing as the bird, right? So every time I come across one of those, I think, oh, bird. It's like it's a really childish mindset in a way, but it helps. Right, there's the bird. And that one's really obvious, right? So, but there are others that are less obvious. So can you start at the beginning and have your image in mind? And is it weird if I start talking like this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. So make sure that your music, if you're trying to tell the audience your picture, make sure you're not talking to them like this because they're going to think it's a little weird.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Where do you want me to go to?
I'll stop you. Start
Okay.
turning. Go up the hill. Go up the next hill. Biggest hill yet. Good. Alright, so you know how I was saying go up the hill.
Yes.
Next hill, next hill. So I see this part as going up the hill. Oh, next hill. The biggest hill yet? Alright, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done hiking. Alright? So even if it's something like that, I'm gonna try to exaggerate. I was gonna do it at the beginning, but I'm gonna try to exaggerate what I'm thinking, but I may not make the rhythm perfect because I'm trying to show you what I mean when I'm hooking on to something. So in the end, I might do. My journey's over. That's what I hear that as. Right?
Okay.
My hiking's over.
Uh-huh.
So, good. You get the basic idea.
I do.
So, get more hooks in there. Make sure you're more connected to what you're playing. And it's just not, oh, I have to get through this piece because, yeah. Alright, so assignments for next week.
Mm-hmm.
What are a couple of things that you got out of today's lesson?
Vibrato.
Vibrato. Good. I'm glad that